Hi guys, it's Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. So today I have a birthday haul. So I have a combination of all kinds of things. Basically, for my birthday, I was like, I really just want to treat myself to some things that I've either had my eye on or whatever. Like I just want to have like a little mini, not shopping spree, but kind of. So I feel like we've been pretty like not strict with our finances, but we've been really on the budget. We got a lot of house projects to do and stuff like that. So I was like, for my birthday, I'm going to pay myself a little bit from the business and I just want to have a little bit of a shopping moment. So this is everything I kind of picked up or was gifted. This is like a real combination of all kinds of things, but I really just want to share with you guys a bunch of things that I picked up. So let's just get into it. So I'm gonna start with the lifestyle, like clothing, lifestyle. I'm gonna start there. Um, so I went to Target, I went to Walmart, I did an Ulta order. I have like a bunch of kind of different places, but the first thing I have is a swimsuit and it is from Target. So recently my favorite swimsuit top broke. It like the threading, it was a strapless style and it didn't really have a back, so you like kind of really had to pull it for the back and it just like wasn't fitting right. And I was like, this is so odd. Like what's going on? And I could tell, I like turned around, it kind of looked funny. I took it off, whatever, and the threading kind of had started falling out in one of the places you like pull it. And I'm like, the last thing I need is to be out. We were going to somebody else's pool that day, and I was like, the last thing I need is to be at the pool and like the threads let go because it was like barely hanging on, like the last little piece. And then my whole top falls off. So I was like, okay, I'm not gonna wear this one, but I'm just really unhappy with all my swimsuits. I feel like I've heard lots of other people talking about this lately, but I've had these swimsuits for years, but like I put them on this season and even kind of last season at the end, and I'm like, I just don't feel super comfortable. Like I don't know. So I got kind of a set. I realized in the end that they aren't exactly the same, but whatever. They're both black. So I got this top, and I think this top is really cute just with the like kind of detail it has with this like little center V moment. I feel like because of that, that's pretty like sturdy. It kind of just like keeps it pretty sturdy without it being like a wire or anything. Like there's a wire only right here, but not around like the whole entire band necessarily. So I feel like this was super cute. And then the back is just like completely open. You just kind of like tie it up a little bit. So it's kind of like my old one in that sense. But it does go over the shoulder. So I feel like it has a little bit more support. Versus my other one was strapless, but it really was my favorite. It was perfect for getting like a little bit tan, because there was no lines. But anyway, I feel like this one is fun and I just really love the front of it with that like little cutout moment. And then the bottom situation, if you guys have been shopping for swimsuits, where do you find swimsuits that don't literally fit like a thong? Like, I'm not trying to have my entire ass out at the family swimming pool party. Like, grandma doesn't need to see my ass. I'm sorry. I get if you're going on vacation with your husband, like maybe you feel a different way. But when there's little kids at the pool, like I just personally don't feel comfortable. I don't feel like I have a fit enough body. Like I have some friends who rock it and they look great. Me personally, I'm just like short, and so like I'm just not toned in that way currently that I feel confident rocking that. I feel like it's not a thing. So I got these bottoms, which low key, they say a couple things. They say low rise, cheeky. I don't feel like they're quite excuse me, as cheeky as like some of the ones they had. Both of these are from the brand Sand and Shore. I just went on and tried a bunch of things went in store and tried a bunch of things on because I was like, I can't be just winging it and buying these things online. So they look like this, and I feel like initially they looked kind of high rise and skinny, but they're actually adjustable. So like you can pull them like on this little thing and it like moves the fabric in the front and in the back. And so I feel like that made me feel better once I tried them on. I don't entirely love the tie on the sides. I need to retry them on now that I'm home and just like make sure I'm comfortable in them before I cut the tags off. But when I tried these on at like in the fitting room in the store, I was like, okay, I feel like they're at least in the comfort zone. They're not like uncomfortable or I don't feel uncomfortable in them, but I do wish they came up a little bit like higher on my waist. They say they're low rise, and I'm really probably looking for like something in the middle. Like I don't necessarily want a low rise. Like they're definitely higher than my other swimsuits I had like in the past couple of years. Those are like really low rise. I feel like that's like kind of out of style now. So like these are low rise, but they're higher than that. But I don't want something that's like necessarily over my belly button, like that high. I feel like, but maybe I do. I don't know. I just like they had very limited selections, which I get it. We're like halfway through summertime, but I feel like I want something maybe that comes up a little bit higher on my waist just to like flatter my body shape a little bit more. I don't know. So these ones come up higher than my old ones, which I like, but I do wish they came up a little bit higher. So once again, I'm just gonna retry these on. But yeah, they do technically, they're like ribbed. I don't know if you can tell that they're ribbed, maybe a little bit there. And this is also ribbed, so I thought they went together, and then I realized this rib is like kind of more far apart, but they're both black, and so I feel like they look fine together. Like, and I feel like I compare them with other like tops I have and things, but I don't love the selection I have right now, and I don't know where else. I honestly should have looked at Walmart and maybe tried some on, but like I don't want to order like something off Abercrombie.com that costs like a decent amount of money and then it's a thong. Like I just feel like a lot of trendier places have really cheeky options, and that's not exactly what I'm going for. So then I also just bought this random top from Wild Fable. It's just like a little bit cropped black tee. It was like $5. So I have a shirt like this from Old Navy and I wear it like all the time with my high-waisted jeans. So I was like, okay, I'm picking up another one of those because then if I wear it, then it's in the wash bin and then I'm like, dang, I have to wait until I wash it to wear it again. So then some other things I picked up from Target. I got these sunglasses, which I'm pretty sure I have this exact pair of sunglasses from Target, but I just love them so much. They just look so nice on me. I feel like they fit my face. They're not like too big. They're not too small. They're not like squeezing my head in. And they're only $12. So they're the Wild Fable ones. I just have been wanting to find another pair like these because I keep one of them in my purse, but I would love to keep another just like in the car on the go. The ones I keep in my purse though, I use all the time because they're right there. I just snatch them up, grab them, put them on, whatever. But I love them so much. I'm like, I'd love to have a backup just to be safe. And then I also got these gold hoops because I was looking, I wear like really tiny, sorry about my hair. I'm just trying to like not heat style it and get it out of my face. I wear these like really tiny gold hoops like on a daily basis. Sometimes if I'm feeling fancy, I'll wear a millimeter bigger, like very slightly bigger, also gold hoops. And I just wanted some that were bigger and like looked nicer for not fancier occasion, but you know, if I want to like dress up a little bit, but they weren't so heavy. And so I feel like these ones aren't so bad. I haven't put them in my ears yet. I just have them on this thing still. But some of the other hoops they had were super cute, but they like even lifting them felt so heavy, and just I don't have that kind of capacity on my ears. Like it just doesn't work out. Some hoops I have, they're so cute, but then I put them in and I feel like my ears sag, and I hate like when I see that on other people. I just like, I'm like, that can't be comfortable, and I feel like it's just stretching out your hole, which is not my goal. So I'm like, I want something light but still cute. So I got these. They're just gold. They don't have any like diamonds or anything on them. So just gold hoops. easy peasy. And then I did get myself this like more on the inexpensive side pair of over-the-ear headphones. I have been wanting headphones that go like over your ears. I have AirPods, but ones that go over your ears. I feel like when I travel, especially alone, there's something, I see all kinds of people on the plane with just like their little headphones on, and they just look, I don't know. Ever since I started traveling alone, like for work, I feel like I'm like, that would be so nice to have. And I don't know why it's in my head, but I just feel that way. So these were on the more inexpensive side for sure. I don't exactly know how much I paid for them. They were on a little bit of a sale. I think they were maybe like $40, which isn't so bad considering like I didn't want to buy like Beats, like the Apple ones, like the over-the-ear Apple ones, so not AirPods, but you know, like the bigger ones. Are they called like Air Max or something like that? I don't know. Like those are super fancy and they look massive. Like I didn't want to do all of that and spend a ton of money because I didn't know how I would feel about them. I was like, I just want kind of a cheap pair that I could wear for like traveling, cleaning around the house, like super simple, like, you know, just things I want to pop them on and listen to music. So anyway, I couldn't help myself. I opened them this morning because I just really wanted to check them out, and they are really nice. I didn't even say what they are. They're the JBL brand, which I feel like is a fairly well-known like speaker brand. And they're the Tune 520 TB. They're not fancy. Like if you're a headphone person, you probably wouldn't be impressed. Like they're not super fancy, but I just wanted a cheaper option to use, and I tested them out this morning and I like them. I will say, because they go over your ear, I had my glasses on this morning and I was wearing them. Not kosher with that. Like I feel like even wearing glasses sometimes with like a hat is uncomfortable for me, and I don't know if it's just because I have a small head or like whatever, but I would definitely, if you're a glasses wearer, you might not be into like over the ear headphones in general. So just floating that out there. And then the last little like lifestyle thing I have was actually a gift for my birthday. So this was gifted to me, but I have been using it every day since I got it. I probably haven't used it maybe like 2 of the days since I got it. So probably like over maybe like 10 full days now I've had it, and I've used it probably 8 times. I really love it. It's the Ember temperature control travel mug. I have the Ember cup, and my biggest complaint with the cup is like it doesn't have a lid, and you can buy a lid for it, which I was going to do, but somebody I know had one of these and I was totally gushing about it. I was like, I have wanted one of those for so long. Like I said, totally gushing over it, and then they got it for me for my birthday. So I was like totally over the top, like I have really wanted one, but would I have spent the money? I don't know that I would have. But this was a super, super generous gift, and I was super excited about it. And like I said, I've been using it almost like nonstop. So if you're unfamiliar with what this is, Ember is basically, they have mugs that you like, they're temperature controlled. So instead of sitting it on like a coffee hot plate warmer, like the cup, the mug is temperature controlled, and so it just like heats up, keeps your coffee warm. And this is one that has a lid. It's like travel, so it's for on the go. So been totally loving this. I've been drinking out of it right here at home even. Like I'm a fan, personally. I'm a fan. Okay, let's move in to like health and beauty, which is the main biggest portion for sure of this haul. And I'm going to try to go relatively fast because I have a lot here to talk about. So I bought this. This is from Target. This is just the fragrance-free shampoo and baby wash. I like this for more like sensitive areas washing. And I also recently heard somebody talking about using baby shampoo to wash their makeup brushes with. So I might actually give this a try. But I have the Dove baby. I don't I don't know what it's called. It has a very specific name, but it's the Dove one for babies. Tip to Toe. That's what it's called. I was using that and it's almost empty. So now I just want to switch to this. I want something with a pump. I'm such a pump person. So they had a couple other options and I was going to get maybe like a smaller like Johnson & Johnson, but I went for this one because I have the pump and it is fragrance free. I've bought Up and Up baby shampoos in the past that have had fragrance and I have liked them a lot less. I think the whole point of using this as like a sensitive wash is that it doesn't have fragrance. So I went for the fragrance free option. And I don't know what this is like compared to. It's just the Up and Up brand. Sometimes they have like, you know, like comparable to Johnson & Johnson. It just is, it doesn't say, it's just the generic brand. But I opened it up and I smelled it just to like verify, and it doesn't have a fragrance. It just smells like body wash. Okay, and then I also got this. This is actually from Ulta. This is the B-Tan. It's the Bronzed Not Baked. It's the tan boosting 3-in-1 Hydra Serum. So this, I think, is it says replenish skin, lock in, and extend tan results after the sun sets. I bought this because I was under the impression that it's like a post-sun kind of keep your tan looking fresh, if you will. I feel like in the reviews, some people were confused. They're like, this is a self-tanner. And I'm like, but it kind of makes it sound like it's supposed to be like extend your tan. So we'll see. I might try to test this somewhere like inconspicuous, or maybe like, I don't know, on my stomach or somewhere that would be covered by clothes, but that I also have a tan, because I want to see, like, I feel like if you don't have a tan and you use this, it maybe would look funny. Like, it's supposed to enhance the tan you already have. So I feel like, you know, my arms are already kind of tan. I want to use it to kind of like keep up my tan versus using self-tanner on top of my tan, because that feels wrong to me. I don't know. I've more recently gotten into the whole like self-tanner thing. So I'm going to try it out. I feel like initially I thought it was a little bit questionable. This is the package my Ulta order came in. So not a box by any means. And it kind of looked a little questionable at first. But people said it's supposed to have a watermelon scent. And I do think it does have a watermelon scent along with some sort of like tannery scent. Like it definitely has that a little bit. But it does smell fruity like watermelon. And I thought it was supposed to be clear. And so initially I was like, this has gone bad. It's yellow. But now that it's like kind of set at my house and I looked up reviews, I do think it's supposed to actually be this color. I had in my head it was supposed to be clear. And so when I opened my package, I was like, this is not clear. This is bad. So I'm going to test it out. We'll see how it goes. But they do actually sell, I liked the B-Tan clear lotion self-tan, and they actually sell that at Walmart. I saw it yesterday when I went to pick up my Walmart goodies. So there you have that. And then I did get this lotion as a gift. This is just from a local shop here in town, and I just love their items, but I have never bought them. And so I went with somebody. We were putting together like a little gift basket, and we put a bunch of these products in there, and I was like going back and forth whether I should buy one or not, and I ended up not doing it, but then they ended up getting it for me, so that was really nice. It's just a mini of their hand lotion, so I feel like this will be perfect next to any sink, bathroom, kitchen, whatever. And then I also got this, which you might be like, what? So we had a little surprise birthday party. Corey threw a surprise birthday party for me. And, one of my friends had this little bag and she was like, oh, this is your birthday gift. And I was like, what? First of all, I love this bag. And she was like, oh, I sewed it myself. I love that. It's just super cute. And I feel like it's the perfect size for anything. Like put it in your work bag, put it in your travel bag. If you had a big purse, you could put this in your purse. Like I used to carry really big purses and I would put something like this in my purse. So love that. And like zipper and everything. I really was impressed with this bag. Like I might be more excited or equally as excited about the bag as the contents. I don't know. But in there, she just put some little goodies. So she put a couple of sheet masks, which was super fun. And then she also put this packet of claw clips, which I literally was looking at Target. I almost bought them for myself, but I passed at the last second. And so she threw that in there, which I was like, I literally looked at these at Target yesterday when she had given it to me. And then she also put a little perfume in there from Finery, Not Another Cherry. I didn't know they did travel perfumes like this, but that was really fun and exciting. And a Tree Hut lip butter. I actually really like this. I have one of them at my work desk. So that was fun. And she put a little gift card in there too that me and Corey can go out for drinks or dinner. So that was really nice of her. And then while I was at Target, I wanted a bigger hair tool. Oh, I didn't bring my scissors over here. Okay, hang on. I need to grab my scissors so I can make sure I can open stuff. Okay. I was like so on top of it, like gotta get my scissors, but let alone I forgot them. Okay, water break. We are like not even halfway through. I'm sorry. I definitely went a little bit wild at Target and Walmart. Okay, so I wanted a bigger hair tool. So I got myself this Hot Tools Pro Signature 1 1/4 curling iron. I do want to open it just to kind of see the size of it. I should have opened this beforehand. I tried to open all the other stuff and I didn't do this one. So my hair is not as long as it used to be by any means. It's up so you can't tell, but it's kind of like a little bit past my collarbone. But I feel like as my hair grows out, I'm gonna try to grow it out a little bit. But this is a 1 1/4, and I feel like I'm currently just using an inch, I want to say, or maybe it's even smaller. It doesn't feel that big, and I'm just like, I don't feel like I'm getting exactly the kind of curl size that I want. So I wanted to go a little bit bigger. So I'm excited to try this out. This is probably a little bit fancier than I would have gone. I don't know. I have a Conair maybe, or a Revlon or something, and they have a bigger size, and I would have just bought that one for maybe like $10 less. But they didn't have it in the store and I really wanted to pick it up. And because for the Target, the things I bought at Target, because it was my birthday, you got like a 5% off or something. So I was like, I want to just, all the things I was like kind of looking to buy, I was like, I'm just going to grab them and do them all together with this. And then like the swimsuit and stuff, I was like, then I can return it at least if I want to, versus like going back another day, trying it on. I don't know. I just did the 5%. I didn't know they did that. It was fun if you're like a Target Circle member. Okay. And then last few, like, these are a little bit transitioning into like beauty a little bit, but I got a couple sunscreen things. So I got this Sunbum Glow 30, and I ordered this online from Ulta because nowhere near me had this in stock, and I'm so curious to know how close this is to like the Supergoop. So I'm pretty sure it definitely feels pretty runny. I'm gonna squeeze a little bit of it, like, oh gosh, it's all coming out. Okay, it's definitely liquidy. I feel like that looks really nice though. Oh yeah, I like that. I feel like that probably has like good, like a little bit of a tint. Maybe. I don't think the tint is like intentional. I think it's just like part of the glow situation. Okay. I probably am gonna look crazy. I also already have sunscreen on, but I like that. I think if you were probably a darker skin tone, that might look, but it all rubbed in. Need more testing on it, but I do like the consistency of it and the color. So there was that. Okay, I was not expecting that to be so runny. I shook it up because sometimes they're like separated, you know? But anyway, so there is that. I'm on like the hunt for the perfect tinted sunscreen that you can just like put on and not wear foundation. You know what I'm saying? Like the perfect tinted put it on and go, and it's like your base. So looking for that. And then I also picked up this e.l.f. Sun Touchable All Set for Sun. It's their sunscreen in their like spray format. And e.l.f. always does this like little, you know, they put that stuff in there to like shake it up. I don't know. They do that in their setting spray and everything. But this is SPF 45, and it's basically kind of like a setting spray. It's technically like a makeup setting spray, I think, but it has SPF 45, so I feel like it's a good touch-up situation. I don't really want to spray it here in case it's kind of greasy. I want to give it maybe a test spray somewhere, but I just thought this would be a good thing to have to like retouch up. I always apply sunscreen, but then I generally put makeup on, like if it's an everyday situation. So wanted this to be able to touch up, and I'm just curious to see how it works. I've heard good things about it, but we'll see. And then I placed an order for some Lilac Street lashes. And so these are basically like DIY at home lash extensions. So I got a little kit. They were having kind of like a sale or like a deal that if you got it was kind of like a starter kit. So I got 4 lashes, but then these other things were free. So it came with like their tweezers and then glue and like a top coat to remove the stickiness. And then I bought a lash pad, which is basically like a little sticky pad that you can kind of lay them out on so they don't like blow away if you have them just like laid out on a paper towel or something, that they don't just like kind of fly all over the place. And then I bought 4 pairs of lashes. So I got them all in 10 millimeters just because I have never worn anything bigger than a 10 millimeter. Like I've tried a different brand and I went to double check what size they were when I was placing this order, and they were also 10 millimeters. But the thing I didn't like about those, I wore them a decent amount, but the band was so thick. Like it felt so heavy on my eye, and these ones look so light. Like the band looks so thin. I don't know if you can tell, but it just looks so skinny. So it almost looks like a strip lash, but maybe even skinnier. Like it's such a tiny band. But anyway, I got all 10 millimeters. I got the originals. I got Dawn. They all are like a more natural-esque, and they're obviously shorter since I got 10 millimeters. I got Feather, which looked cute. You can't see these very well. And then I got Prism. So there's 2 sets in here, and there's 5 sets on each eye. So I'm so pumped to try these out. This is probably the thing I'm most excited about in all of this at like the current time. I don't know why. I've just like been so anxious to try them. Like I wake up every day like I should put those on, and I wanted to wait and film this video before I did it, but yeah. So I got all of that, and I think my total was like $38. Like it was insanity how cost effective it was, because some of the other ones I've looked into are so expensive, and I have seen people say that you can reuse these. Like they're not like a one and done, you need to throw them away. My other ones, I could get maybe like 2 to 3 wears out of, and then they kind of would almost get like too goopy. But I've been, like I said, I've been watching a ton of stuff, and I've found a lot of tips and tricks that I feel like I wasn't doing with my old ones, to kind of like prolong them or like give them more longevity, like holding up over time. So I'm really excited about those. I will leave a link down below if you want to like check them out, because I had never heard about them, but I got an ad on Instagram, of course. And then I was like, oh, I really need to check these out. And I started watching a bunch of videos. So next I have Sephora, and I have a tiny bag. So I really went in here to get my Sephora birthday gift. And when I tell you, I haven't been to Sephora in a long time. I know a ton of people talk about like, oh, the Sephora 10-year-old, whatever. I think because school was out, or school is out now, it was a mess in there. Not like testers and stuff, like those were messy, but like kids just running around yelling. I was like, why are you in here? Like, I am trying to have a peaceful Sephora shopping moment and you're ruining it. It was so chaotic. And I feel like normally when I go into Sephora, it's like pretty quiet. I feel like plenty of workers come up and talk to you to be like, do you need help with something? It was so busy that I think the workers, like, I didn't talk to a single worker besides the checkout person, or one lady came up to me and was like, do you want a basket? Because I had things in my hand, which I was like, no, I'm fine. But like, it was, I think they were so chaotic trying to just like put things back in their place, and it was so busy in there. I was so stressed. I was not having an enjoyable Sephora shopping experience that day. And I think honestly, it was because like it's summertime, there's no school. It was the middle of the day. Like kids probably go to the mall in the middle of the day because they're bored and stuff. So I'm just like, oh, why is there so many young kids in here? Ruining my shopping experience. It was crazy. I hadn't experienced that firsthand until just the other day, and I was shocked. Okay. So I really went for my birthday reward, and they only had a couple birthday rewards in store, which I was trying to investigate before I went, but I decided on this. This is the Moroccan oil. This is like a combo of shampoo, conditioner, their little oil, like hair oil treatment, and a sample thing of the hand cream, which I actually have a bigger sample of the hand cream that actually is like a squeezy tube. But I ended up going with this because they had these two samples of this. I actually like this shampoo and conditioner. I have used it at someone's house before, and I actually liked it. I don't know that I would ever pay for it per se, because I don't really buy high-end hair care stuff necessarily. But I figured these would be nice, but because they're so tiny, like the size is perfect to refill these and use them as travel shampoo and conditioner, and they're already labeled. So I was like, out of the choices, I'm going with this one because I like it and I know I'll reuse these bottles. I'm super curious. I probably will just like put this in a little, I'm trying to make like not a giveaway pile, but kind of like with some things that I have like this, and just like mini travel perfumes I've never used, or like things that I just don't necessarily want that I feel like I can get rid of. I'm trying to just like put them in a little pile so that I can like gift them to somebody who wants them and be like, surprise. So I'm probably gonna put this in there because I won't use this. I already have a sample of that. But I've used this Moroccan oil, like treatment oil, in the past, I believe. But now I've been trying to do the whole like after your curls are kind of set and dried, putting a little bit of the oil in the hands and running through your hair, and I have been liking that. So I'm curious to try this that way, or alternatively try it as a pre-wash oil. Apply it through damp or dry hair, style as usual. Okay, doesn't say anything. I'm gonna look up some information like how people use it. Like, do they use it post styling? Do they use it like pre-washing? But I feel like when I tried this the first time, I was really scared of hair oil, and I'm just starting to kind of like get a little bit on the hair oil trend. So there's that. And then I got this 100 Point Perk. This is the JVN, which I'm pretty sure it's just pronounced JVN. It stands for somebody's initials, I believe. Someone told me the last time I talked about this. This is the Complete Nourishing Shine Drops. So once again, this is pretty much just like, oh, that was not screwed together very well. That was almost really bad. I almost dropped that without the lid. Probably shouldn't have been holding it like that. But yeah, this is just essentially another hair oil. I'm going to use it in exactly how I just described, like doing the curls, putting it in my palm, running it out. So, maybe I should keep it outside of the packaging. Well, maybe not until I clean it up a little bit. My biggest thing that I do, I'm trying to be better about this. If you guys have watched anything that I've ever unboxed before, I'll like show something and I'll take it out of the packaging and I'll put it right back in the packaging and set it down and never use it. Like, I don't know why I put stuff back in the packaging. It just like deters me from actually trying it. So anyway, I picked up the Refy. These are the things I actually paid for. This is the Refy lip gloss. I've wanted to try this for the longest time. And I can't get it open. This is just such a fun concept. It like has this little like metal applicator and I just absolutely love that. So this is the clear one. I don't know if there's colors. I kind of think there is colors for some reason, but I just love this. It's such a fun thing. This was definitely like a birthday. I almost put that back in the packaging. I'm not gonna do it. This was just like a fun birthday treat myself. I had no intentions of buying this, but then it did the last minute. So there's that. And the thing I really went into Sephora for was I got the Saie Sun Melt, and I got it in the fair bronze shade. So I am going to take this out and swatch it. But I feel like I don't know. I just feel like this is like reminiscent of when people would use that like Chanel bronzer, like early YouTube, and I don't know why that gives me those vibes, but it does, and I'm really excited about it. So I feel like the shade, it doesn't look terrible. Like in the pan, like looking down, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so intense. But then I put it next to my face and I don't feel like it looks that crazy. So let's just swatch a little. I feel like it's so natural that it's going to be perfect for like any time of year. Like I feel like I could almost get away with using this a little bit more in the cooler weather, like fall, winter. Because right now I have a cream bronzer that I'm using that's really dark. So I kind of was like, I'm going to go with this lighter shade so that I can use it when I'm not using that one, because I cannot use that in the fall and winter when I'm not tan. But I feel like this one, like you can almost barely see it on my hand. I feel like this one I could use when I'm not tan and it would look just fine. So I'm excited about this. I feel like the texture of this is so, it's like a souffle. It's like so whipped and just not like anything else I've ever tried before. Okay, let's get into some of the other things that I bought in the beauty sector, if you will. So I have a lot of e.l.f., which I think we'll do last. I have a little bit of Milani, and I have these 3 random things. So this is from Walmart. These brushes I love, and they're like the cheapest thing ever. It was like $2 maybe. I just love them. I don't even know what the brand is, to be honest, but they're just Buy the Beauty stuff and they're so cheap. This is their small setting brush, allegedly. This brush is giving me like it's giving me the vibes of the brushes people would use to apply their like Amrezy Anastasia highlighter when that came out. Do you know what I'm talking about? That's the brush style shape this is giving me. But I probably will use this for like powdering under my eyes. I've been using a different highlight brush for that, like a brush I used to use for highlighter back in the day. And it's kind of pokey a little bit. So we're gonna rip this open and investigate what this is like. I feel like these brushes are so incredibly soft, and I don't know if it's just because like they don't have a ton of like, I just don't want to put it anywhere I have stuff. But this, are you kidding me? You're telling me you didn't use this for highlighter in 2016? Be honest. Like, look at that. But I do feel like this will work perfect under my eye, or like I like to set like right here as well. Right here. Like this is about the only place I set. Oh, I think this will be perfect. I really like the shape of it, and I feel like it'll probably get a little bit fluffier as it gets used, but like for being $2, like this is pretty nice quality for $2. I don't know, a lot of their brushes are sold out, but anytime I see one that I'm like, okay, I kind of like the shape of that, I'm like, why? I can't go wrong. Just say. Okay, I also, another bronzer, I picked up the NYX Buttermelt Bronzer, and I got the shade number 2 All Butted Up, or it's like the second deepest, lightest shade, the second shade from the lightest. Anyway, it's called BMB02, All Butted Up. But I feel like, once again, in the pan looking down, it looks so dark. Here next to my face, I don't feel like it looks that dark. Don't know. But one of these was open in Target, the shade lighter than this, and it was almost like this vibes, like kind of really light. And I'm covered in the light bronzer department, so I was like, I'm gonna go for shade number 2. I don't think I've swatched this yet, or if I have, I feel like you can't tell. So I'm gonna put this one a little bit higher. I feel like, I know these are definitely kind of like a rosy tone. Wow, can you see that? I feel like I'm touching this and you can't even tell that I've touched it. That is crazy. Yeah, I feel like, oh, these are buttery and they got a little shine to them. Okay, I'm really excited for this. I've heard people raving about these, and then I've heard people say they're like really rosy, and it looks pretty rosy in the pan, but once again, next to my face, it looks fine. But I've heard people say this is like a great one and done because it's almost like bronzer, blush, highlight in one. Like, you just have to apply this and you're done. So I'm really excited to try this out. I definitely feel like this is a shade when I'm tan. Like, I feel like my face looks really washed out right now, but like, I don't know if you can tell, my arms are more tan. They kind of look washed out too. I'm so sorry. So bought this to try it out. And then this is the only other like rando one brand thing. This was, once again, a total impulse. This is the L'Oreal Lumi. This is their new blushes, and I got it in the shade Dewy Worth It. I've heard the glowy ones are very shimmery, like have a lot of glitter in them. So this is just a liquid blush like we're all used to at this point, but I feel like this color I'm a fan of. But let's swatch it. Oh yeah, you're telling me that color doesn't look exactly like me and like a lot of the other blushes I have. I don't know. I'm excited. I wasn't gonna get this, but once again, they had all of them in stock and I was like, okay, I'm going for it. I feel like this is such a me blush color, but I've heard really good things about this, so excited to try that out. Okay, let's move on to the Milani. Let's stick with the blush theme. I couldn't help myself. I wanted a Milani baked blush, and I was going to get another shade, and I ended up going with Luminoso. So this haul is just paying homage to 2015. I'm sorry. But I do feel like this Luminoso looks way different than I remember Luminoso looking. So to me, Luminoso used to have like gold swirls in it, kind of like it was marbled, if you will. This obviously isn't. I mean, it's definitely just all one color. So I'm excited to swatch this next to the other one because I feel like it's gonna be kind of, oh yeah. I do feel like this looks like I remember it looking. I just wanted a blush that had some sheen to it, and I remember this having that. So, yeah, I feel like I could easily wear this on top of this, 100%. It's definitely a little bit more peachy on than it looks in the pan, but that's okay. I have a different Milani baked blush, which is Rose de Oro, which is definitely darker, and I wanted a lighter one. And then I got this Milani Conceal and Perfect Blur Out Powder, and I actually just got this because I love the packaging. So it is closed like this, and you can open it, and I kind of made a little bit of a mess opening this already because it has this little thing which you actually take out, I'm pretty sure. Like, this isn't supposed to be, this is just to protect it for packaging, I think, because it has a little thing underneath it. So, okay, I'm going to take this out. And this is like a little pad that you can dab, that you can like dab your brush into and powder. But I feel like this is the most genius packaging. Not that this is revolutionary. Other people have this packaging. But I mean, for the drugstore, I love it. So this is going to be awesome for travel once again. I feel like the compact's not that big, honestly. But the way you're using this powder, I don't feel like you're caking it on necessarily. So curious to see if it's refillable when I use it up, but really excited to test this out for travel and stuff like that. And then last Milani, before we move into e.l.f., I got their Color Fetish lip stain, and I got this in the shade Rose Rising. One of these was open also in the store. I feel so bad, but I'm like, if there's already stuff open, like clearly someone else already opened it, I'm checking it out if I'm at the drugstore and then buying one that's not open. I'm not opening stuff myself, but if someone else already opened it, I'm investigating, because I'm like, I need to see. It's so hard to buy things at the drugstore because obviously they're closed. So I'm like, okay, I'm doing it. I'm so sorry. And Rose Rising was really pretty. It looks kind of intense, but maybe I could put it over here. I feel like when it looked like this to start, but then in the store, I was like, I gotta get a real feel. So I like blotted it off a little bit. And when I tell you the stain lasted all day on my hand, it was amazing. I was like, I'm so glad I did that. But it was such a pretty color. I feel like my whole color palette, you can tell what I like. So that was the shade Rose Rising. Once again, if you're looking for like a more natural, like kind of your lip shade, not a red shade, go for that one. Okay, let's get into all the e.l.f. I bought, which, let me show you. This isn't even all of it. I'm so sorry. e.l.f. got me. I didn't realize I got so much e.l.f., but she got me. So, okay, let's start with this easy one. I finally bought the Complexion Duo brush. I have wanted this for so long, and why did I put off buying a brush that's literally $8 for this long? Because like, what is the purpose? This side's just very fluffy. I feel like this is for foundation and concealer. Will I use it like that? I don't know if I will. I mean, I might use this side for concealer, but I might even use this side for like cream cheek products. We'll see. But I love that it comes in a duo. Once again, great for travel. But I've just wanted this for so long, and I've put it off for so long, and it's $8. Why did I do that? So anyway, bought that brush. Okay, where should we go next? Let's stick kind of with the blush theme. I couldn't help myself. I got a e.l.f. monochromatic multi-stick in the shade Dazzling Peony. These are like very much not popular anymore, but I love the idea of a cream or a stick blush, and so I just couldn't help myself. So I feel like I'm going to just like do one of these. Oh yeah. Oh, I like that. Would I apply it like that right on my face? I don't know. Okay, I feel like the color is definitely what I'm into. I like that. Picking color of this was kind of hard because I didn't know what to expect, but I don't know. It looks pretty close, I would say. So yeah, I got that. I feel like traveling stick makeup. I'm not trying to buy only travel stuff, but I just am really into like stick cream makeup. So I couldn't help myself. I bought that one. I think that's all for, I don't know where to go next here. Okay. I also bought this e.l.f. brow laminating gel, which is supposed to be a dupe of the Refy one, which is funny because I was at Sephora. I saw the Refy one. I never had heard of it before, but it's supposed to be a dupe of that. So it like has the brow gel on one side, and then it has this fancy little comb doodad on this side, which is kind of funny. I don't know. These are kind of little, I don't know. It might be nice. But I don't know how the like other side works. I'm gonna have to do some investigation of how this works, because you screw it right here, and then the brow gel comes out. I'm almost out of my brow gel. Oh, that's a really big applicator. That's pretty big. I'm using the NYX brow glue, which I love, but it's almost gone. So I'm gonna try out this next, and we're gonna give it a go. But yeah, this is the brow laminating gel. I feel like some people have said if you're not into like really kind of stuck brows, you might not like this. but I'm into that. So I am into those things. Okay, let's do the lip products last. Let's do an eye product quick. I got this e.l.f. No Budge Cream Eyeshadow in the shade Sand Dune. It was on sale for $2.50 at Ulta when I did my Ulta order. So I went for it. I feel like in the photos, it doesn't look like the color I'm seeing right here. So I'm kind of intrigued. Like this just looks like straight up brown. But in the photos, I swear it had like a little shimmer in it. So oh, she is creamy. Okay. I like instantly touched it and it just dented. Okay. Oh, it is kind of shimmery actually. Okay, that feels really nice actually. Is it shimmery though? Maybe it just is like a sheen. How do you guys apply these? Like that was really intense. Oh yeah, she's setting down quick. This might be really nice on the eyes actually. I'm running out of places to swatch. I gotta chill. Okay, I'm not opposed to that. I mean, $2.50, we'll see. I've heard though, like they set down and they don't move, which would be amazing because I would say I have hooded eyes, I guess. Like my eyes kind of set back in, so then when I look down, I always have that like crease in whatever I'm wearing on my eyes. It's not exactly coming off this situation. So that makes me a little bit concerned on how I would get it off my eyes. I'm trying to like determine, like, say I had that on, if I'm wearing those fake lashes, I don't want to use like an oil cleanser because I don't want to wash off the lashes. So that's kind of where my head goes. But for every day, I mean, oh, we'll see. We'll check it out. We'll see. Okay, let's go to the final two cheek products. First, I got the e.l.f. Halo Go Highlight in Champagne Campaign. I have wanted this for a really long time, but I haven't been able to find it. I've heard people say this is a really nice, just like cheek topper highlight. Oh, the packaging is different than the blush. Or have they changed them? The blush is like slippy. This is like matte. Anyway, that's the color of it. But I'm gonna swatch it, of course. Okay, it almost looks like it would turn, but I don't think these do. Okay. This is so awkward. I'm so sorry. Oh yeah, that's pretty. Can you see it? But also like you can't see its shadow. Oh, that's really nice. Wow, I can't be a beauty guru. Obviously, that's not my thing. I do love beauty, but clearly not a guru of it. Oh, that's really pretty. Okay. I've seen people like put this over the top like of all their makeup. So, and I feel like based on the application of it and like how creamy it was, it would work really well like that. I feel like some of the highlights I have right now, like they kind of lift up what I have on. So I'm really curious about that. But I like how you really can't see it, this color specifically on my skin tone. Like when I turn my hand, you can't see the shadow. So exciting. And then I also got the e.l.f. bronzing drops and I got the shade Pure Gold. I'm so curious about this. I am going to move to my other hand. But I feel like it's not like super liquidy in there, but we'll see. The way I like to apply bronzing drops is to mix them in. Oh, it's coming out. Okay, let's just do that little piece right there because it's kind of coming out. I like to mix them in with my SPF to just make them a little bit glowy, and I feel like I have to mix them in with something to kind of get the effect. So that's what I've been doing. But I feel like these look really orangey when I've seen people swatch them, but I feel like all bronzing drops look really orangey on my skin. That's actually not bad. Like if that was mixed with something, I think that would look really nice. I do think like personally, I can't just put on bronzing drops because my skin tone isn't deep enough. I have to mix them in with something. And I do think that mixed with something would look really nice. I feel like the shade technically lighter than this is like the middle of the road shade, I think, was a funny color. I just didn't like it. Was like kind of gray. So that looks pretty actually. I didn't realize I had this little like mole thing there, whatever that is. It's really accentuating that for some reason. I didn't know I had that. When did that get there? Okay. The last three are lip products. I got another e.l.f. lip oil and I got it in the shade Red Delicious. I think this is like the prettiest like date night-esque lip shade for some reason because it's red, but these lip oils barely have any tint. This is not my dominant hand. So I feel like this is going to be the most perfect, like barely there. Oh my gosh. Like it's red, but it's really not. Like, oh, I think this is gonna, like, to me, I look at this and makes me think date night. I don't know why, probably just because it's red, but I do feel like it would be a little bit more juicy and red on the lips as well versus my like pale skin. But anyway, I love these lip oils. Okay, last two products. I promise. I got an e.l.f. Hydrating Core Lip Shine. I'm so curious about this. This is in the shade Joyful. And they have this little like hydrating thing in the middle. And can I get a better angle? This I feel like is gonna have like the most sheerest color payoff. It's got a little bit. I feel like this thrown in your bag to reapply over a lip tint would be awesome. And that's why I got this shade and not like a deeper shade. I feel like this stain, and if I applied this over top, that would be so pretty. You can tell I have a color scheme. I feel like all this stuff kind of goes together. That on the eyes though would be pretty. Okay, anyway. And then the last thing I got was this e.l.f. Pout Clout lip pen. And hopefully I can swatch this. Sometimes these things take a long time to click up. I got the shade Pinky Out. I have no idea if this is going to be a nice color or not because I really don't know. But this is like the Tarte Maracuja situation. You got to click it. Okay, let's see if that's enough for a swatch. Oh yeah, that is a pretty color. Oh, she's definitely making a mess. I feel like that is the thing with these types of products. If they get like too far pushed up, they start to make a mess everywhere. But I feel like that was a pretty shade. It's definitely a little bit peachy, I feel like. Yeah. Oh my gosh, okay. I need to clean up my hands and this mess so bad. They're a little sticky. But that is everything I have for this video, for my birthday haul. I feel like that was a lot to go through. So I hope you had a little snack and enjoyed. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of share some of the things I got because I don't really have a reason or like an avenue to share these because like I said, I'm not a beauty person, but I do love talking about this stuff. So I just wanted to pop on and share. So thank you so much for watching and I hope you enjoyed and I'll see you in another video, not another birthday haul, but another video. See you guys. Bye-bye.